It's Paul Joseph Watson with Infowars.com. 6 months ago, we reported that a false flag chemical weapons attack was being prepared by Gulf states in coordination with NATO to frame President Assad in Syria to grease the skids for NATO military intervention. And of course, President Obama, French President Hollande, several other officials from the NATO camp came out immediately afterwards and said that a chemical attack by Assad's forces would be, quote, the red line that would precipitate US military intervention in Syria. So lo and behold, today we've got this frankly huge story. Hacked emails reveal Washington-approved plan to stage chemical weapons attack in Syria. And this is a treasure trove of hacked emails, hundreds of them, from this Britam defence contractor, which is a UK defence contractor. And basically the email between the business development director of the company and the company's founder talk about an offer that's been proposed by Qatar, and they swear that the idea is approved by Washington. So what was the offer, which came with an enormous sum of money attached to it? It was to deliver chemical weapons to rebels in Syria similar to those that Assad should have, that's the quote, so that they could then stage a chemical weapons attack and blame it on Assad, of course, creating the pretext needed for the US NATO-backed military intervention to support the rebels that they're already financially supporting. Absolutely huge, massive story, bigger than Benghazi-Gate, bigger even than the fact that the rebels are being led, commanded, according to reports by al-Nusra, which of course is the Al-Qaeda group that, as the New York Times reported, killed numerous US troops in Iraq. It's bigger than that. It's, if proven true, which every indication says it is a war crime. This is the Obama administration being complicit in a war crime by giving the approval to send chemical weapons to Syria to be used in a false flag, and of course most likely to fall into the hands of Al-Qaeda itself. This is bigger than Fast and Furious, the guns sold to Mexican drug dealers. It's bigger than Benghazi-Gate, if proven correct, that this deal funded by the Qataris to stage a false flag chemical weapons attack was, according to this email, quote, approved by Washington. And of course the usual deluge of trolls have arrived to say that it's all fake. Here's one example, a comment here. This email stinks of fakeness. I wonder if and when proof that this email is unauthentic is revealed, will that information be presented here too? And there's other ridiculous comments about the grammar in the email, that because the email doesn't have perfect grammar, that somehow means it's fake. Because of course we all write emails to each other in perfect grammar, don't we? Of course, absolute nonsense. But you can actually check it out for yourself. This is not just one email, and we've got a screenshot of it right there. This is a whole treasure trove of emails. And if you go to the link, which is right here, right there, full list of hacked documents can be found here. You click on that link, and it leads you to the Pastebin website where all these files have been saved. You can see all the file names. You can download them all for yourself. Whole list of them. There's hundreds of them. There's stuff about Iran, Iraq, you name it. So it's not just one email, it's an entire list of hacked emails. We've confirmed the identity of the individuals involved in this company. And this hack includes scanned copies of the passports of employees of this Britam company, which suggests directly that it's a real hack, it's genuine, because they've got actual copies of their passports of the mercenaries who work for this company in places like Iran and Iraq. So everything suggests that it's completely genuine. All the links are there that you can follow. The history is there with them setting up the chemical weapons attack. Of course, the Brookings Institution report, which I cite from March 2012, also talked about a manufactured humanitarian crisis to be used as a justification for an attack. Yesterday we had Israel come out and say, the Israeli Vice Premier Silvan Shalom, that Israel would strike Syria if the rebels get chemical arms. And so if Qatar and the United States are handing them chemical weapons via these mercenaries that work for this company, then it's a war crime. And it's bigger than Benghazi-Gate. Of course, also the link to Libya is pointed out. They armed the rebels in Libya to overthrow Gaddafi. That soon turned into blowback. They got Gaddafi's stockpile of chemical weapons. We had the video released, which I linked to also in this article, of the rebels testing what appeared to be a nerve gas on rabbits. That came out in a video. So the rebels probably already have these chemical weapons, but now we've got this smoking gun where the Qataris are proposing to fund a deal whereby mercenaries are given chemical weapons, a false flag chemical weapons attack is staged and then blamed on Assad. And the key point, of course, according to the Qataris in this email, the whole thing was approved by Washington. Now, if that approval can be completely verified, the Obama administration has been caught in a war crime, and this story is a bigger scandal than Benghazi-Gate and Fast and Furious put together. It's a massive story, so I urge everybody to get it out. Hacked emails reveal Washington-approved plan to stage chemical weapons attack in Syria. My name's Paul Joseph Watson. This is Infowars.com.